All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Got some people already in the chat waiting, or one was from a little bit ago. Luis just popped in. What's up? Good evening to you, Luis. We're cracking a cold one on a Monday evening. Hashtag MLW Mondays. We're right on time for this one. Coming up tomorrow, we are going to be reviewing the WOW Women's of Wrestling debut on Access TV that debuted this past, was it Friday? Friday. Debuted this last Friday. Demon Rocks in the chat says, did you watch WOW? Yet, if not, it was okay. Ring work was solid. MLW Live on BN Sports and YouTube. Yeah, it certainly is a solid show. If you're a fan of Lucha Underground and you like the cinematics and all that kind of stuff, you will like WOW. Lots of similar qualities. And we'll be covering that. Tomorrow. Really excited to talk about it. It looks like a lot of people are talking about it. So yeah. I've been waiting for this show for a while, so we'll be talking about it tomorrow night. But let's talk about some MLW Fusion, episode number 40. All leading up to Super Fight that's going to go down in Philly. And they made an announcement during this that it's going to be live on BN Sports on that Saturday. Now, I don't know if that means that it's also going to go live on YouTube or it's going to go get put on YouTube the following day, which would be Sunday, which is actually a day later than it normally gets on YouTube that I, have access to it because I don't have BN Sports. So, I was hoping that it would also go live on their YouTube channel, but I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. But hey, let's run down the card and then we'll go over what happened in the episode. For Super Fight, February 2nd, in just a few weeks, they just announced Gringo Loco versus Puma King. And let me tell you, from the few times that I've seen Gringo Loco on MLW, one of them being this episode, the other one being a couple episodes ago, faced LA Park. I'm getting more and more impressed with him. Puma King, I believe I've only seen one match of his, and that was against, I don't remember who that was against. He came out with Conan, and I don't remember who he faced. Was it the champ? I don't think it was the champ. I can't remember who he faced. The W is in the chat. MLW is taking over. What is up? Yes. I'm sure Kurt Bauer would like that. He's nothing's perfect with MLW. They take a few steps forward, take a step back, but I think they are. I think they are still consistently putting out a good product. I really think they are. ROH signed Roosh. Yes. Yeah, they did. So it was kind of bittersweet to see him on this one, knowing that he's not going to be with MLW anymore. And I read something else about Dragon Lee, and apparently there was supposedly some kind of contractual drama going on, but actually there isn't. What MLW has decided to do going forward, though, they are not going to book any CMLL talent going forward because they have the ties with Ring of Honor. And just to avoid any more contractual drama in the future, probably a smart idea. Unfortunately, you're not going to see guys like that anymore, but there are certainly more guys out there in the indie scene that MLW can snatch up, put on their shows, and still put on a decent product. So I got all the confidence in the world at that. That's PCO, Brody King, and Roosh taken from MLW to Ring of Honor. Yeah, I mean, this is a very exciting time for the independent scene. There are companies and the backers behind these companies that are really starting to dish out some money, because it's all about the money. Talent wars. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of talent out there, and there's no reason why everyone can't get a little piece of it. Impact, MLW, Ring of Honor, AEW is trying to slowly but surely put itself together, and I'm sure there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. In fact, it was a very funny Being the Elite this morning that I saw, or early this afternoon, whatever that was. But so yeah, Super Fight, like I said, is going to be live. Gringo Loco versus Puma King. MJF is going to return, and that's interesting because he just signed with AEW, which means, like it's been reported, a lot of these new signees like Joey Janela, MJF, and the like, each one is going to be different. Each contract is going to be different. So MJF is still going to be allowed to perform for MLW, which is great to see. Hey, before TV gets off the ground, they may make him champ again. Who knows? I mean, that wouldn't be that honestly would be a pretty damn smart idea if you ask me. The guy's catching a ton of buzz. He's going to be featured on Being the Elite. He just got signed to AEW. Oh my God. Have him fight for his championship and get it back and cause even more controversy. Might as well share in the wealth, So obviously, Kurt Bauer is willing to sit down and talk with the guys from AEW if they're still willing to do this, He's been jobbing to Teddy Hart on the indie scene. MJF, that is. You know what? I wouldn't call that jobbing, but everyone's got their own term for it. Anytime you're in the ring with a skilled professional like Teddy Hart, and I know how talented MJF is. I've been watching him for about a year now, give or take a little bit, and seeing this this comeback rise of Teddy Hart and MLW and across the indie scene. Losing to Teddy Hart in the kind of match that I know that both of those can put on, it's not a bad thing. Because Teddy Hart's smart. At least that's, I mean, everyone's got their own opinion of him, and I get that, and that's fine. But, man, MJF is... he should not be as good as he is right now. Okay? You look at a lot of people a few, 2 to 3 years into their wrestling career, they should not be as good as MJF. MJF is a damn good wrestler. I wouldn't call him the best. I haven't seen all of his matches, so I don't know all the stuff he can do. But man, you put a mic in his hand, psh, I'd put him in the ring with The Miz. Probably make The Miz cry. I'm not saying he's better than The Miz, but I'm saying he could definitely give The Miz a run for his money. And I put The Miz way up there as far as that caliber heel talent. Similar likings to The Miz. But nonetheless, yes, MJF is returning to MLW at Super Fight. Not the first time he's been in the 2300 arena. Who else are we getting? Interesting tag match here that was just announced. Tommy Dreamer and a partner of his choosing against Brian Pillman Jr. So that feud is still going, as we saw in the episode today with that hot promo cut by Brian Pillman Jr. It was a good one. I like that. This kid's cutting his teeth. He's getting better. You could still almost call him a rookie. He's not his rookie year, but he's doing good. I think he just celebrated he's somewhere between his first and second year in the business. So he's got a ways to go, but you can tell he's got his dad's talent. And he's got some pretty special people looking over his shoulder. Some people are helping him, which is not a bad thing, They're behind him. They're backing him. They're in his corner. So Tommy Dreamer and a mystery opponent against Brian Pillman Jr. and a mystery opponent. If I had to take a wild guess, I would say the mystery opponent for the mystery opponent or tag team partner for Tommy, I'm guessing would be something to the effect of, say, Sandman, another ECW legend. But no, you're going to take someone and put them against him. The other two guys from the Heart Foundation, are busy that night. So I'm going to assume it's not Teddy or Davey Boy Smith Jr. Excuse me. Sorry. Wow. Brain fart. Could it be someone like Raven? I mean, Tommy always said that after his match with Raven, he would never face him ever again. And that was his last match about 10 years ago in Impact TNA. Whatever that was. 10 years ago, maybe a little more. I forget. But nonetheless. So I don't know. Could be Raven. The W says Terry Funk. No, not Terry Funk. I can almost guarantee you it's not going to be Terry Funk. I've heard his health is not good. It's like, come on, the guy's somewhere between 70 and 80 years old. Let's not wish that on the man. Styles is in the chat. What is up? What is up, my good brother? How are you doing this evening? Hope you had a good Monday. What else is on this card? AC Baby versus Simon Gotch. Simon Gotch wanting to get some revenge from AC squishing him a few weeks ago. Mance Warner's going to debut. Have no clue who this guy is. The only thing I know about this guy is he goes, that's the only thing I know about him. Just, it's kind of creepy. I don't know. Styles says, nothing much, just enjoying the evening. Awesome. Glad you could join us, man. Glad you're doing okay. Good to hear. Could be RVD. Could be RVD. Could be RVD on either side of the coin on that tag match I mentioned. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's who you got to assume is going to be with them, but you never know. It could be someone else joining the Hart Foundation. Who knows? Who knows? Never assume anything in wrestling, but you never know. Let's see what else we got here. Mance Warner debut. Ray Horace versus Aerostar. Oh man, little bit of Lucha Underground / AAA bleeding into the MLW house for this one. Can't wait to see that one. Those two could tear it up. My goodness. Low Key versus Tom Lawler for the championship. Low Key defending. I'm sure he'll have Selena De La Renta in his corner. Tom Lawler. Wonder if he'll have any of Team Filthy with him. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. W says MLW is very lucha heavy. Yeah, they got all sorts of guys. But they do have some lucha. Yeah. And what's interesting is it's lucha from all over the place. West Coast, Mexico, Gringo Locos out of Chi-Town. So, I mean, it's, so yeah, it's lucha heavy, but they've got talent from all over the place. Canada, so you can't say it's just all from south of the border, It's from all over the place. Duke Togo's in the chat. What is up? Making very good lucha things. Okay, Kalisto. Kalisto, unblock me. Whatever. Speaking of Kalisto, we'll get to something about him, or I should say not specifically about him. Someone close to him found out something interesting. And then what else is rounding off this card for Super Fight? Hart Foundation versus Lucha Bros, defending their tag team championships. That one will absolutely tear down the house. Demon Rock says Conan will be in Tom's corner. I don't know. He might be. I mean, it would make sense because he's got a lot vested against. He's been throwing guys against Low Key for 7 months now, on and off. So, I mean, Tom Lawler's kind of like his own guy. He's got his own crew. So I don't know if Conan. I don't know. I don't think Conan needs a piece of that. You could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't see it happening. What else we got here? That's it for the card. Can't wait for that. That card is stacked. And Philly's going to be nuts. You know, you've seen shows in Philly before, no matter what brand it is. They are nuts, especially the House of Hardcore ones. And if Tommy's involved, you know the diehards are going to be there too. So yeah, let's talk about this episode. Starts out with Shane Strickland in the ring, cutting a hell of a heel promo. Not used to that. Not used to that. I mean, he was a kind of a heel. Dude, Jack. Oh, man. You're scraping the bottom of the barrel there. Next, you're going to say Sabu. Woof. Yeah, I know. Rough crowd. I got my favorites. I got my not so favorites. Anyways. I'll bring back the BWO. Anyways, so yeah, Shane Strickland's in the ring and basically throws a challenge out to the locker room. And Roosh accepts the challenge. And he gets quite the pop. And so this is the third, possibly last time we're seeing Roosh for MLW. I don't think he was at any more of these tapings down in Miami. I think I read he was on this week's episode of Ring of Honor. I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. I'm not sure. So that'd be interesting. Ring of Honor Television and MLW. Wow. Let's try that again. Ring of Honor and MLW in the same week. Interesting. You can almost say he's pulling a Rick Rude there. That goes back. I don't know how many of my viewers are going to catch that joke, but we'll see. If you know what I'm talking about, smash that like button. It goes back 20 plus years with that Rick Rude joke, showing up on a couple different shows. See, so let's see how many of my people get that one. Be interesting to see. So Roosh accepts his challenge. And he wins against Shane Strickland. But it's not an easy match. Shane Strickland really gives him a run for his money. But Roosh puts him out of his misery with a Roosh driver. And man, just every time I see Roosh, it just blows me away. And I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. He reminds me of a young / better version of Alberto El Patron. He totally does. So, I mean, and I'm excited to see. I mean, honestly, it's with me starting to become a fan of Roosh's finally, because now I've heard so many little things about him floating around over the last couple of years, and now I'm finally watching him on American television. I'm not going to be, salty against Ring of Honor for signing him. It's like I said, it's a hot time in the independent scene. People are really starting to spend some money, and Ring of Honor losing a significant amount of their talent with the Elite. They're willing to fork out some money. That's right. ROH is spending money. That's right. Sinclair. And you know, they got a good backer in Sinclair, and Sinclair over the last couple of years has been starting to improve. If you've noticed, the quality of the Ring of Honor shows are getting better. They are. And I've been impressed with MLW. MLW's, I mean, they're playing smaller places, some larger set places. Like this one was average for an MLW crowd. Chicago seemed like it was a pretty big audience. I'd say, I mean, it's really hard to tell. You know, you don't know who's sitting all over the place, what the bleachers holding, and all that kind of stuff. But Chicago looked like a decent amount of people. Miami, not so much. Hard to tell. But you know, and I want to see this brand grow too. You know, the indies are getting hot. So much talent out there. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be the last time we see Roosh on MLW television, but if I had to put money on it, I'd say it probably is. So does that mean that some new fans of MLW liking Roosh are now going to go watch Ring of Honor? You know, I may watch a little more Ring of Honor now. I mean, I was one of those fans that was watching more Being the Elite than Ring of Honor episodes, I'll be honest, because that was the most entertaining part of it, in my opinion. You know, that the wrestling was good. Don't get me wrong. Ring of Honor has always had good wrestling, but, you know, everyone's got their favorites and whatever. So, yeah, I may tune in a little more now to Ring of Honor just to see what their 2019 is like. And obviously, they're going to be setting up stuff for the New York show, the G1 special. And that's going to be exciting as well. So, W says, I already watched Roosh's first Ring of Honor match. Okay, so he was on Ring of Honor television this week. I'll have to go look that up. I know it's on my DVR. I just don't always watch them. Usually when I do Ring of Honor, when I watch Ring of Honor, it's been a long Monday. When I watch Ring of Honor, I'll binge watch like 3 or 4 episodes in a row and just kind of quick fast forward through some of it if I'm not real big on, like, if it's like someone brand spanking new that I have no clue. Sometimes I'll fast forward it and I'll just watch for my favorites, like some good tag team wrestling. They're always good with tag team wrestling. You know that much, so. Hey, thanks for the spoiler, W. That's okay. Considering the big deal they're making out of him in Ring of Honor, I honestly would not doubt that he won. Blood Rain, what is up? Miami was never a really good wrestling spot. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sure they got some, you know, little hotbeds around Florida, depending on who's wrestling wherever. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the TNA crowds from the last 5 years, yeah, that's a great example. It's like, especially the last year that they were in Florida for those tapings. Oh, those crowds were just dead. People on their cell phones, everyone, just horrible, absolutely horrible. So glad they got out of what was it? Orlando? Horrible. Oh my goodness. The chat. Cobb, Luchasaurus, PCO, Bandito are enough reasons for me to watch some Ring of Honor. Yeah, there's a lot of new talent. Haskins too. Demon Rocks, are you banned? No, you're not banned. Orlando can suck it. Fallah Bah still got over in Orlando, which is a testament to his ability. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Yeah, how can you miss him? Oh, just kidding. He's awesome. I love me some Fallah Bah. It was a shame his match on this past Thursday was not longer. All right, now I'm out getting all over the place. Let's get back to some MLW. It's all right. We don't mind talking about some other stuff on here. Selena De La Renta cuts a promo in an interview saying that she put LA Park in a match versus Sami Callihan because now Sami Callahan's becoming more of a pain in the ass than an ally. I'm paraphrasing there. I don't think she said that, but that was basically, that was basically what she was saying. So, I don't know when we're getting that one. Are we getting that one next week? We might be getting that one next week. So depending on who does what in this match, it'll be very interesting. I mean, people always boo what the hell's her group? Promotions Dorado. Selena De La Renta's crew. People always boo them. So does that mean that they're actually going to try to make Sami Callihan? Like, are we going to see people cheer Sami Callihan? We have not seen that a lot within this last few years. I suppose it depends on the town. If you're around the Midwest, anywhere between Chi-Town and Ohio, Illinois and Ohio, anywhere around the Midwest, you'll see people cheer the hell out of Sami Callihan. There's a lot of love and respect for what he's done for the independent scene because he's from around Ohio. But against LA Park, man, I can't wait to see that. Yeah, that might be in a week or two. I don't think it's going to be at Super Fight, though. They didn't announce that match. So we'll see. Next, we get a match between Ricky Martinez and Gringo Loco. And Ricky Martinez is a tough SOB. I'm really starting to like both these guys. You know, as much as, you know, oh, hey, you're not supposed to like Selena De La Renta's crew. Yeah, I didn't think much of him when he first came out because he was always the guy in the background when Low Key came out. But Demon Rocks asking, will you be reviewing WoW? Yeah, you were in the beginning. I saw your notes in the beginning. I did reply to it, but you weren't here yet. You came in, you left. Now you're back in. So yes, tomorrow I will be reviewing WoW, Women of Wrestling. So there you go. So Selena's hot. Says Demon Rocks. I didn't say that. Get me in trouble. I've heard she's attractive. Yes, she's gorgeous. Yes. Don't tell Mrs. Jabo. You lost me there. All right. Ricky Martinez versus Gringo Loco. You know, I gotta say, every time I see Gringo Loco, he debuted in the Chicago taping. Was that Fightland? Fightland. And I was like, who is this guy? I'm like, what the hell I'm like, the name itself is hilarious. But the more I watch this guy, holy cow. Gringo Loco. I mean, he's for a luchador, you know, lucha libre type wrestler. He's not built like one. He's almost built like a Dean Malenko, you know. Did you like the Beast from WoW? Yeah. Yeah, she was badass. She was. I liked the whole show, top to bottom. Very entertaining. Was not bored with it. We'll cover it all tomorrow. Trying to stay focused. So Ricky Martinez and Gringo Loco. Gringo Loco, man, I just every time I see him, I'm a little more wowed. Blood Rain, don't knock on Demon Rox's typing. He just, you know, threw in an emoji, you know. Some people do that. Yeah, that match that Gringo Loco had against LA Park, when he was jumping off the entrance, what do you call that? The entrance frame, grid, whatever, girders. Yes, Blood Rain. YouTube has emojis. You just got to look down below the chat with that little gray smiley face down there. And then you go back to the keyboard for typing. There you go. YouTube chat 101. There you go. There's your first lesson. Same emojis as everyone else, pretty much. But yeah, great match between Ricky Martinez and Gringo Loco. Ricky Martinez coming off with a win here. And I can't wait to see that. Yeah, now that I've seen this, the LA Park and that other match. Oh, Gringo Loco was in the Chicago four-way ladder match, the one that Teddy Hart won. That was his debut. And that was a hell of a debut. So sorry, Blood Rain. No wrestling emojis. You'll have to talk to YouTube about that one. I think there's some wrestling emojis on certain chats for certain Twitch channels that have wrestling on them, but you gotta pay for them. You gotta subscribe to get them. So kind of funny. I think Impact has their own emojis. Don't quote me on that. I think they do. So then they go over the fight card. We already did that. I wanted to do that first because I thought that was something fun to talk about while we had a few more viewers come in. We got a few now. Then we got the main event, the Dirty Blondes coming out with Colonel Parker versus Hart Foundation. We got Brian Pillman Jr. along with Davey Boy Smith Jr. And wow, solid tag team match. The Dirty Blondes really impressed me the more and more I see them. Now, we haven't seen them in a while. Yes, the Colonel. Doesn't get much more old school than the Colonel. I know the Colonel goes way back. And I know sometimes when I talk about the Colonel, some people bring it up in the chat, oh, WCW Colonel or NWA Colonel or whatever. And yeah, I know he goes way back, and I know I'm an older wrestling fan, but I don't remember him. I don't remember who he was with back then. Off the top of my head, I want to say maybe someone like Dutch Mantel, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember. Shoot. I mean, if it was WCW, man, that roster was just massive back in the day. There was 500 people on that roster, all making $1 million a crack or whatever. I don't know. Bunkhouse, assuming you mean Buck. No, I do not. Don't remember that name. But yeah, solid tag team match. The Dirty Blondes really cut the ring in half for a while, which was great to see. Watching these guys kind of reminds me of watching two, like if you get two, Beer City Bruiser from Ring of Honor, you get two of him in the ring. You got the Dirty Blondes. Very similar build, they're big boys. But these guys had these guys are good tag team wrestlers. And Colonel Parker, barks some stuff at ringside. He doesn't do too much. Gary Young, Dutch Mantel, Brian Lee. Oh, okay. 80s, he took his... I'm just reading the chat here. The Stud Stable, among members. Sid Vicious, Cactus Jack. Oh, okay. So it's just another... another version of the Stud Stable. Okay. I didn't realize that name went back that far. Wow. Sid Vicious and Cactus Jack. Man, Cactus Jack back in WCW. Wow. That does go back. That was back when he still wore his, leopard skin tights, I believe. That Foley goes way back. But yeah, Hart Foundation coming off with a win here. They're undefeated. They're on a roll. They are going for those tag championships. And as much as I love the Lucha Brothers, don't get me wrong, I love Pentagon and Phoenix as the tag champs, but obviously during this set of tapings, we didn't see much of them, or especially Phoenix because he was injured, so they wanted to focus on a tag team rising to the occasion to go after the tag team championships. I think it's time for the Lucha Brothers to drop that and go give it to the Hart Foundation. The Hart Foundation, all three members officially signed contracts, multi-year contracts with MLW. Great to see. They're obviously trying to build a brand, build an audience. And so, yeah. Solid win for the Hart Foundation. Davey Boy Smith Jr. winning it with a classic homage to his father, the Superplex. That always makes me happy when you see... you see these used as signature moves and other moves like, suplexes off the top rope and it wows the crowd and everything. But you never see stuff like that used as a finish. I think the most memorable one to date that's used as a signature move, not necessarily as a a signature but not a finisher, I'd say would be like Seth Rollins. He does the double one off the second or top rope and then rolls through and does one more. That is sick. That is still very impressive in my book. See, I may not watch WWE, but I still have favorites in that company. Don't get me wrong. So, Hart Foundation coming off with a win. That superplex, what a killer, man! That you don't see Davey Boy Smith Jr. too much on MLW, but when you do, man, he makes his presence felt. He really does. Great to see. They will have all the gold. Well, I wouldn't say all the gold. They'll have a good chunk of it. They'll have the tag team belts, and they'll have Teddy's got the middleweight belt. But that MLW championship, I think Lawler's going to hold on to that for a while. That's been a long road coming. So I wouldn't be surprised if he holds on to that for at least a few months. But that storyline has been tremendous. Watching Conan throw all these guys at Low-Key, watching Low-Key throwing everything in the book at Tom Lawler, trying to slow him down. It's been some good storytelling. I gotta say, I've been impressed over the course of the last year with MLW. So if you got friends out there, I know we all have friends on social media, this place, that place, whatever, and you see them frustrated with the state of wrestling, or maybe a company they're watching, and you see them bitching and moaning. Oh, wrestling just sucks. Tell them to watch some MLW. Tell them to watch some MLW, and I mean, it's an hour. You know, it's not 3 hours. It's an hour. It's solid wrestling, good storylines, intimate setting. You know, crowd's usually pretty hot, and you know, I really can't see much. I've been pretty critical of shows in the past, but I do my best to be, you know, use it as constructive criticism and not tear it down and throw it in the garbage. And MLW hasn't been perfect, but they have certainly gotten my attention over the course of this last year. So, very happy with it. Tell them J-Bone sent you. Yeah, that'll make them watch. Who the hell is J-Bone? Then you can tell them all about Smash This podcast. And when they watch, just watch them roll in. No, I'm kidding. All right, one last look at the old Chatteroony before we get out of here. Khabib is AEW bound. Dude, who the hell is Khabib? I wonder about you, W. Araya Blake is too. Yeah, she usually comes out with MJF in MLW. So maybe Lawler is AEW bound. I have no clue what kind of contract Tom Lawler is under. I have no idea. Davey Boy was Tyson Kidd's partner in the WWE. Yeah, they were a hell of a tag team, and then they just jumped ship. Well, Davey Boy did. Tyson stuck around. Then Tyson got injured, and now he's an agent, and that's history. Guys like Bruce Billets saying wrestling is dead. No, wrestling has been now. It's more alive now than ever. Khabib beat Conor McGregor. No clue. I don't watch that. I know who Conor McGregor is. Don't get me wrong. You could watch nothing but WWE and you know who Conor McGregor is. Who hasn't beat Conor McGregor lately? Seriously. Conor McGregor's got a great mouth. Not the most consistent fighter lately. RVD's wife is hot. Chloe Hurts. Katie Forbes, yes, very attractive. And we will talk about her more tomorrow night. I don't think he's married to her, though. He left his wife for Katie Forbes. But yeah, she is very attractive, very talented, and she is going to be a very entertaining part. I'm laughing because there was a scene in MLW from last night. I'll quick talk about it, and then I think we're going to get out of here because I don't want to give away too much for my review for tomorrow night because I want you guys to come back for my review of Women of Wrestling, the pilot episode 1. I think they're calling it season 5, but to me it's season 1 because I haven't watched any of their past stuff. So, but nonetheless, we'll just call it the Access TV pilot. Katie Forbes, aka Chloe Hurts, is walking through a back room and she's walking past, who is it? The governor's daughter. I can't think of her name. It'll come to me tomorrow. She's walking through the back room, shoves the governor's daughter out of the way, and boom, cracks her head off of a window walking past her. You have to see it. It's not going to come off as that funny as I'm talking about it, but if you saw it, I damn near fell out of my chair. It was hilarious because this other girl's just pop, 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 pop. All of a sudden here comes Chloe, bam, out of my way, I'm going to the ring, and she's just it was too damn funny. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow night. We'll be reviewing the whole pilot episode of Wow, Women of Wrestling from Access TV from this past Friday night. Hope you join in. Nicole Savoy is Steffi Slays. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm learning. Steffi Slays was in that first one, too. She faced off against the Beast. Oof. Hell of a match. Brutal. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll talk some WoW, maybe some other women's wrestling. Still trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to watch for Power Slam stuff. I'm sifting through that. I'm finding more and more stuff that I actually really want to watch on there, and I'm just deciding still what to watch. So we will get some of there, hopefully something on there by the end of the week, because I've got a whole, Wednesday and Thursday of nothing else that I watch on a regular basis as far as wrestling now. So, yeah, we'll just kind of pick and choose, and we'll watch some stuff, and we'll review some stuff. I might go the route of, there's a lot of documentaries and interviews and the like on there. And I might go more that route. I know some people are probably reviewing more wrestling. And until I decide what I want to really cover on a regular basis on there, I might go the route and just start picking apart these little documentaries and shoot interviews. Sometimes those are really interesting and fun to listen to, because there's title match stuff on there. There's RF stuff on there. High Spots is on there. It's a loaded website. You guys should seriously take advantage of it. You get a month free. The code is in there in the description. Smash this. What is it? Smash this free? I always forget what it is. I'm such a horrible host. Smash this free. You get a month of PowerSlam.tv. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll be back right here. Same channel, same beer, same beautiful bald head. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell. Yes, ring that bell. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. So you get the notifications when more of my content, oh dear Lord, we're getting out of here, hits your screen. Good night, folks.